Aloha, this is Ahava in Hawaii, and I'm just sitting here with my partner in crime. It's Keanu. Keanu happens to be from the Generation Z, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is Generation Z? Tell everybody at home what that is. Tell them what it is, Keanu.
We like our cell phones. We don't take bullshit. We don't feel like working day-to-day robotic jobs. We just want to be connected to the earth. Well, that's me. I shouldn't say we, because most of them actually do want to be robotic, climb the corporate ladder.
Well,
And
there's-
I
in
personally
other
just don't
words-
give a fuck about it.
Well,
Because
there's-
there's other things that I enjoy. Sorry, I need to watch my mouth.
They're still buying the lie, perhaps, maybe, that's going to fill them or give
Yeah.
them a sense of identity or so forth.
Yo,
Yeah. So this is what we talk about. So I'm so blessed. Keanu's the exact same age as my son. Actually, he's born on October 24th. Is that right? Of 1999.
yeah.
So my one son was born in 1999, but he's a different birthday. But my other son is one day apart from him. So they're all kind of, in the same generation. Z, I just found out because I thought they were millennials, and I thought, oh my gosh, time is going by so quickly. But I'm at the very end of the baby boomers, which there's hardly any of, at the very end of it, which is, I think, 1963. I'll have to look that up. Can you check and see if the end of the baby boomers is 1963? But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But one of the things that I've just been, since my children are the exact same age as Keanu, and Keanu in Hawaii is like my Hanai son, which means he's like my real son, like adopted son.
X.
It's Generation X.
You ain't no baby boomer.
I'm-
Baby boomer ends 1964.
1964, well, I'm 63, so that means I'm still the end of the baby boomers, right?
Oh yeah.
Because 64 is Generation what? X?
Yeah. You're a baby boomer.
I'm a baby boomer. Check that out. I'm a last like a dinosaur. But anyway, all of us baby boomers that still have our brain in check, that can actually speak truth about what we've lived through and aren't afraid to share what we've learned along the journey. Because, if not us, who? Yeshua told us that he died so that we could be set free. And the reality is every single word he taught us, you guys, he spoke in code and metaphors and all kinds of ways that were kind of secret, because if he just plain out spoke in the English of the day and told you everything, he wouldn't have made it 33 years. He would have, as soon as he started his ministry, he wouldn't have made it 3 years. But he prophesied in the end that many would be doing greater things than he. And there's so many prophets around the planet that are just speaking unusual, peculiar people that you would never think are people of God, because what you guys think of God is like this program religious idea. And that's part of the problem, is we keep having this wrong idea of what God is. It's all these different religions and all have different pictures in our brain what that actually looks like. And the reality is nobody knows exactly. They change history. We're learning how, like, whoever wins wars basically is changing all the history. So in one lifetime, in my lifetime, they've changed the history books. Stuff that we were taught it's insane. We're living literally in a matrix of insanity. So when Keanu came back into my life, I was so grateful, because we've always had kind of it's more than just mom. We are like, spiritually connected, would you say?
Yeah.
But we get each other, yeah?
Yeah.
So honestly, the first thing he told me is that he was from working in Chicago. He was in the movie industry, then the movie theater industry. And he was getting jobs in Chicago and so forth. But he said it was really dark. He didn't want to do that anymore. And I said, well, come and let's talk about spiritual stuff and do documentaries and film and footage and teach people. I took acting classes back in the day. So did my husband when we were young in our 20s. And it was fun. But oh my God, I am so grateful that I didn't get sucked into that world and, have to, we still had to go through a lot of hard knocks to start ascending out of the worldly stuff and looking at what's really important. And there's so much wisdom and knowledge that Yah will give you when you're ready. And it's really exciting how much he really does love us and how much our brains can expand. And we go through a lot, when we're waking up, because we're judging ourselves, we're judging the world, we're judging our parents, we're judging ourselves really super hard. And we just, he says we have to be like little children to enter the kingdom of God. And it's so exciting because hanging around with young people and getting to watch Ikaika and Lonnie's little kids grow up over the last 3 years through the ministry. It's just such a blessing to have young people that love you and you love them, and you're seeing that they're being raised with a whole community of people that actually really know or walk in the walk, trying the best that they can to walk in Yah every day. It's not easy. We don't do it perfect. None of us do it perfect, but we keep coming together and trying to be better one day at a time. So I guess for a young person, which you've been experiencing, what do you say about like how you've seen everybody kind of try to walk together at our beach assembly stuff and everything, the band coming together and all? What are your thoughts about anything? I mean, are you just grateful to be like in a nice group of people, or?
Yeah, it's really nice to be around all the kids who are just running around, and like the elders who are just super wise spiritually, and it's just so many different walks of life there, like rich and poor too. So everyone there is just there for one purpose, and that's just serving the Most High. So it's just really good community and great people to be around.
Yeah, thanks, sweetie. You know what? I love having young people like him around who really are tapped in and tuned into what the Spirit is trying to do through the group. We're going on, I think it's over 3 years now, going on 4 years that we've all been together, and there's been so many growing pains, but it's such a beautiful walk to walk with people as he makes us better, literally one day at a time. We're just starting this new channel. If you look up Ahava's Private Life in Christ, that's my other channel on YouTube, but I don't know, it's on freeze again because of some kind of strike. I have no idea. I have a hard time because I like to live in the spirit of the Most High. I like to tell the truth. I'm not a liar. I can't lie. So I have a hard time complying with, living in a phony matrix of you can't speak truth, or you are censored. That's really hard because the world stays stuck when we can't express ourselves if things are not right or righteous. So anyway, pray for everybody, pray for yourself, pray for this channel, the other channel, that we all can walk in love with each other and express truth and grow and ascend higher than just what the world is trapped in now, which is commerce. Everybody's in commerce, everybody's legal fiction. They've lost their true identity of who they really are, because ever since we're little, we're trained like basically wrong. Everything that they've taught us is 100% upside down. So when you finally come to realize that, it's like, oh my God. And like 20 years ago, I started studying, went to Bible school at 40, literally lost in the wilderness, 40 years old, going around and around in Egypt, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then finally it was like, I went to Bible school literally at night. My husband watched our little kids. I went and drove from Eva Beach, Hawaii to downtown Honolulu Tuesday nights, going to Word of Life to earn a master's degree in theology. Got that at 40. Who does that? I did that because I just wanted to walk with him so much. And I wanted to know, and I wanted to hear, instead of just, oh my gosh, your life is just one big mess. I wanted to hear, good job, faithful servant. Like, we're doing the steps that Yeshua said, which is simple, just turning away from the world and what the world wants us to do, and start literally listening to what God wants us to do and what's really important in this life. And when you start letting go of all the things that you think that you have to have or want to be happy, and you let God show up, Yah, the Most High, show up in your life, all of a sudden, you start, like, literally, I see supernatural miracles, signs, and wonders all the time. I see numbers, repeating numbers from 1111 to 555. I've been waking up oddly at 333 and 555. Go figure. It's the oddest thing. It still spooks me all the time. I mean, not really. I kind of am so used to it, but I just find it so peculiar. So obviously, what is that communicating? So I look up at Strong's Concordance what all these numbers mean, and that's how Yeshua talks to me. I even was helping people start their discipleship programs and ministries back 2017, helping people get under a 501c3 status with the special exemptions for the chosen ones, us, that are literally his chosen children who were studying to show ourselves approved so we could step out of Babylon and get redeemed and set free. So that's part of what this whole ministry is about. My testimony is I grew up the daughter of a bar attorney. My dad made it all the way to the Supreme Court of the United States to try a case one time. He was the first one in our whole family to go to college, and not only go to college, go to law school, graduate, become a successful bar attorney. I was his daughter. I worked in his law firm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, many, many years, for 16 to late mid-20s, going home in college and working there. So I saw what the system is, who runs it, why, how it works, how it actually doesn't really work, and how dysfunctional it truly has been. And this has been my entire life. So now at my age, after studying common law and divine law, ecclesia law, which is the divine, it's the most high, it's God's law, ecclesia law, eleemosynary law, which if you only want to serve him, you're not even going to believe this, but Yeshua said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it weren't so, I wouldn't tell you so. So what does that mean? What's another word for mansion? Estate. Ding, 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 ding. If you said estate, you're right. And what does this whole world, how does this whole world move around with moving us through paper? It's called the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. Most people don't even know that UCC exists or how it works because we weren't taught any of this. They dumbed us down, that we are just slaves in the system through the social insurance number. Get it? Sin, system, sin, number of a man, mark of the beast. You can't do buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Well, who can get a job without a social security number? So to come out of her, my people, which Yeshua was trying to code to us, that this is a mess, you guys. This whole banking, bar association, all of it is for the secret clubs, that the scribes and Pharisees of the day, where Jesus, Yeshua, was accusing them of not letting anybody, the people, ascend to God. Well, all of those banking accounts that were created in the all capital name are not you. It's a social insurance trust, which is like a insurance policy betting on you for how much labor and money that you're going to create in your lifetime, or that how much money they're going to make off of you. So when you learn all of this, what would you say, Keanu, what would you say if somebody has entrapped you into a system that you never knew about, and you find out, oh my God, I'm in this system I didn't know about? What would you call that? What would you think that is?
Wait, what? The Matrix?
The Matrix? Well, besides the Matrix, I mean, wouldn't that be like, kind of like jail or slavery, if you're having to comply with stuff that you don't even know how the hell you got in the situation in the first place?
Yeah.
Isn't that like not righteous or kind of devious and so forth, to like not teach the people how to ascend themselves and become an adult? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I
don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
See, this is the problem with young people. They're so into, they have a hard time even assimilating.
I just wasn't listening. I don't know.
Okay, now he's telling me he's not listening, but that's another issue, because they're all so stuck in their games or their tax, trying to teach them stuff to save their own butts. It's like talking or herding cats. You get a whole bunch of these little millennials and below, the Xers and the Zs. And it's like, okay guys, we got to pay attention more than 5 seconds, because this stuff matters. It matters for their future. It matters if they're going to get married and have kids and have any kind of legacy or any kind of power or authority at all in their own life under God. Or are they going to be given over to the system, whether you want to call it 666 system or the mark of the beast or whatever? I mean, we're already in the social insurance number system, but right now you can actually go back and claim your name and redeem yourself from the system. And there's a private side of that public trust that you are supposed to profit from. Yet you can go and actually say, hey, I'm not dead, I'm surely alive, and claim your name and claim your value back. Don't you think every single soul on this planet, if they realize I'm not really in debt, I'm not broke, I'm really a child of the Most High God, and Yah, Yeshua, Yahweh. Yeshua said there are many mansions in my Father's house. If that wasn't so, I wouldn't tell you so. Well, I am telling you so from the Most High God. He told me their estate and mansion are the same. And we are supposed to go claim our estate because it's representing a dead fiction entity. The system will tell you that's not for you, that's for when people die. But they made us dead in their fiction system. We're not considered living, breathing people with inalienable rights. They took all that through their corporate fake fiction system. And the only one who can resurrect you from the dead is you. So Yeshua said, do not be fearful when they offer you up in the synagogue of Satan, which is the courtrooms, because they're all maritime admiralty law, which is the law of the sea, which is satanic law. So go figure. So this is how the whole entire world got deceived. So Jesus said there's one way out. You gotta choose the Father, the Creator, not the created. The system you guys everybody's stuck in under this UCC is a created system by man. It is not creator that we're worshiping, right? We're worshiping this fake system that's keeping everybody in bondage. But as soon as you get this and you walk in love and peace and say, thank you for stewarding my airship, I'm alive, here's my birth certificate authenticated with the little gold rivet, here's my security agreement and my 19 pages of my living in the private agreement, and all of my hold harmless and indemnity bonds, all of that stuff, so you can learn how to be a big girl and a big boy in a system that you don't understand. Yet we always are signing contracts saying we do understand, but we really don't understand anything. We have to learn what hat we're wearing. Who are we? Are we the dead fiction, little kid, infant, non-compos mentis moron because we don't know what they're doing to us? Or are we all of a sudden, in Hawaii they'd say akamai, or all of a sudden are we awake and going, oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong jurisdiction. I'm in the jurisdiction of what they call legal fiction, dead corporate entity and legis trust. But you're not the surety for that. You got pledged into a system as the surety for that system by your mom. But if you look on your birth certificate, it'll say informant, but mom wasn't told anything, so she had no consent from the very beginning. She was deceived. Sin entered in, social insurance number entered in where? At the garden where you were born. You came out of the womb of life. Here you are, and now they've captured your little essence in your little package of water. You came through the waters. You got docked like in a boat over at the docket station in vital statistics. And the real you somewhere got lost between this fiction you that is claiming all this power and authority over you. And how did it happen? Is mom signed a signature of live birth giving these people guardianship over the placenta that came out of your mom. Crazy as this may sound, this is all true. So they made up this legal fiction dead thing from a dead placenta that came out of mom. But mom never claimed. She didn't even know they captured it. And she never knew she had to go back and get it. So you, somehow, the living, breathing soul, the man you, somehow got gifted over there to the Vatican through the Act of 166. It's parent patriae. They're taking guardianship of you. Yet You have a living mom or a living dad that gave birth to you, who's really your parent on earth, or the true guardian of you, not the state. And then who's the real guardian of even the state? It's the Most High God, Yahuwah, the creator of everything. So who's the higher in the order here? So if you go get born again, this is why Yeshua Jesus said you had to get born again. Because when you get born again, you come out of the dead fiction system, you get born again, you come back to life, and that name, that all cap name, now you are the executor of. You're the one telling the government, who is now the trustee responsible for taking care of your airship, to dole out the private side of what they owe you. So there's a public side and there's a private side, and then there's you that's been all lost all over the place and waiting for you to ascend to a spiritual adult. And when you become a spiritual adult, you can go back and claim your airship and what was rightfully yours, that was set up by your birth, by your existence from the Most High God. They set you up this trust fund, which once you're ascended as an adult now, able to take care and steward that with humanitarian stewardship to do good on the planet, you'll be blessed and set free. So that's what we're teaching people, one little baby step at a time, who you really are, how to reclaim your name, how to reclaim who your airship in the kingdom of heaven really, what the Most High intended for you. But this isn't for everybody. You have to study. You have to know God. You have to read the Word of God. You have to want to serve Him more than, and you want to correct things that are imbalanced and all broken on the planet. You still have to love people, even your enemies that just keep running the disastrous, crazy show. We just went through the election, and what a nightmare that was. But I think it all happened so we could realize, how are we letting anybody be more important than God controlling our lives and doing His will, which is, do the basic 10 commandments, and you're going to do way better than what these guys that have been running the world have been doing, because there is no 10 commandments. They just make up their own rules. They do whatever the heck they want, and there's no righteousness in it at all. So you are the light, you are the brightness that the world has been waiting for. Come reclaim your name. Come back to the kingdom of heaven. Come back and join the people who just really are done with the whole crazy world matrix game. Come out of her, my people. It's a signature, because signature means sign nature. You're signing to play the banking game and all the corporate matrix made up mumbo jumbo that they do to everybody, which is really, if you think about it all through broadcasting, TV broadcasting, and they're giving a message. And what are they doing? They're hypnotizing the people. And wouldn't you say, Kiana, most people have a phone addiction? Check this out.
I'm on my phone doing work right now, making sure I'm getting paid.
I'm just kidding her.
I'm
just kidding her.
And she's the one constantly on her phone.
Yeah, just kidding him. No, but we are, as a society, we all have a phone addiction, and we need to spend time with each other and just talk story and have fun and learn some new things that we haven't been taught. So that's enough for one day from Thy Kingdom Come. We love you. Learn something. Go register at tkc.network. That's our daily inspirational live coaching on how to become a real person, a real man or woman in the Most High's name. God bless you. Ahuiho. Aloha.